winds of change are upon us. It's really mind-blowing to me that this is the first Easter Sunday in my lifetime that churches have been closed and people have been doing online services and watching from their homes. It was really interesting for my parents because last week I put up a video of their pastor from New Smyrna Beach at the First Presbyterian Church. He's been doing them as well, and they really liked it, but it was really important for them to be able to still share in the Easter services today, you know? And thank God we have that kind of technology. Things are shifting so massively. I'm like just thinking from an astrological standpoint, when Saturn entered Capricorn like 2.5 years ago. You know, collectively that was about releasing the restrictions and lifetimes of controlling things in Capricorn, a lot to do with the patriarchy and the governments and the banking systems. And like, look at this, now we have this economic crash. Things are just, you know, diving because of the virus. And at the same time, there's so many blessings come out of this too, because people are kind of being forced to sit with themselves and really look at the things that have been underlying in their lives that they didn't want to like look at before, or maybe they had an inkling that it was there, but they just kept busy distracting themselves with this or that. It's really, really amazing right now, like what's going on. And the Jupiter-Pluto conjunction, it's about expansion of Jupiter with Pluto, the shadow stuff coming up, you know, so it has to be looked at. And I mentioned before, but when Saturn went into Aquarius like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, it was when most of the major lockdowns happen. And Aquarius has to do with like world community, with the group. It's opposite of Leo, so it's very inclusive, it's everybody. And Saturn is restrictions, so here we are like all quarantined, right? But I'm thankful. Look, I'm in this spot right now. I'm actually hot from the sun, which I'm not saying that to make anybody envious if they're in a cold climate, you know. But this kind of blows my mind too. And normally I would be like in the north somewhere, so taking this little dog for a walk. But on this Easter day, when most, you know, Christians celebrate the resurrection of Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus the Christ, it's about, you know, the Christ within. It's a time of renewal. It's spring. You know, we can get into the correlation to the pagan holidays. Obviously, they're all connected, so they could convert people when the church was new. And it's a great time of renewal, and it probably doesn't feel like that for so many people because of the virus. It's just horrible. There's so many people dying. And, you know, one person is sad. And there's a lot, but there's also hope, right? This is a season of hope that life can and will go on. And so just like seeing people having a hard time being, you know, sequestered in, and some friends who are definitely in colder climates and they don't, I know you can go out for walks, but it's got to feel way more cabin feverish to be stuck inside in a cold area of the world than to be where I am right now, right? Because I can be outside and the birds are chirping and singing. And I just really hope that people get creative and do things to keep themselves busy. If there's a book you've been wanting to read, grab it, you know. You have plenty of time now, especially if you're not working. Even if you are working from home, you still can find time for the things that you have been putting off. But most especially, this cries to me for humanity as a wake-up call to shift our inner programming, our conditioning from childhood, so that we can create a better world. Because collectively, we pretty much screwed this one, and it really is time to shift it. For me, I've been feeling like the ancestral grandmothers coming in of my Native American heritage and Mayan heritage. And last night I was doing a journey with a bunch of other priestesses around the world with our Yoni eggs, a dragon Yoni Egg Journey to birth a new consciousness. And dream state was insane. I think I got up probably 3 times to use the restroom in the middle of the night. And every time I went back into that dream, and it's hard to describe what I saw, but it was like this unfolding of this new energetic signature. And when I spoke to my fellow sister Grail Corsini, who put the whole journey together, she had like intense dreams, and her mother as well. So there's definitely something in the air this morning, you know, on this Easter Sunday. Sending you guys love and light. I really hope that you take the time while you're sequestered to really dive deeply within your heart and get creative. Like I said, I started painting the living room, dining room, and I got to finish the other half tomorrow. So I'm finding things to do too. I don't go a little squirrely but I am able to walk on the beach here, and